Hey Dragon Warriors, so today's tutorial is actually going to be based on your form. Decided to do this tutorial as your second one, so on Thursday's live lesson we can actually go over some techniques, some details, and I can answer your questions as we're training. So let's start with the student towel. We're going to do student towel, chunky and BUG, but let's do student towel first. So with student towel, we're going to focus on the 7th section of your form, which is the bong sao. So my left hand comes across and sets into a bong sao position. I turn to tan, drop the palm, and I do a chin palm strike with a sudden dropped palm. Hoon sao, back, and then I do a bong sao on the other side. Tan, drop, palm. This is the 7th section, quite simple, quite direct, but there's lots of detail. The sections that don't have a lot of movement, they have a lot of detail. So when I do my bong sao, I'll keep it as simple as possible. My elbow comes forward, my wrist drops, and my elbow is surging, so my humerus is lifting, and my hand starts to drop. Now, this is one version of a bong sao, where if I put my fist on my elbow, you will notice there's a bit of space just over the knuckle. This shows you the height comparison. Same here, if I put a fist on my wrist, from where my elbow is, you will notice there's a slight height comparison here and here. This shows you the shape of a bong sao. And from the top view, if I stand up, the top view, for if my body was flat here, there is a 135 degree angle here. This is 90, 45, 90, 135. So if we work it as a 90 degrees angle here, you add another 45, okay? And most importantly, you look at the forearm, wrist, mid, and elbow forearm, yeah? Because it's connected just the most closest part from your elbow. We call it the 3rd section, 2nd section, 1st section. When I'm in bong sao, the beginning of the the ending of the 1st section here is actually right through my center line. As I turn on this spot. So this still covers my center. I drop the palm and I attack the chin. Then I do hoon sao. Same with this side. I go through my center. So it's constantly covered. From here, I pivot to a tan. And then I drop and I palm strike. So this is the 7th section for the student towel students. If you are up to this level, please practice it. If you're not, but you're getting on with all your forms and you're feeling really good about it, please, by all means, practice it, try it, have some fun. We're going to go into the chum Q section now. For the chum Q section, last session we had worked on the grip, turn, and the different variations of the kick. What we're going to do today is do the stepping, bong saos, and ending. So what happens here is, this is my left arm, I reach. We've all done this in our last session. So if you need to catch up, please watch the previous tutorial on the form. After I do my kick and I do a step, I step into bong woo. If I turn to iris, it's just like my 1st section of chum Q. I'm inside link. Double tan. I step again and I throw my bong sao out. I step again and I throw my bong sao out. Now from here, I'm gonna turn into an uppercut. Iris, shift. Because of the position of that camera, I may look like I'm offline, but please, I'm stepping on a straight line horizontally this way, okay? So on the other side, as I kick and I step, bong woo. Bong woo. Bong woo. Now from here, I'm facing, I know again the camera is making this look strange, but I'm facing 45 degrees to 60 degree variation. I'm not facing 90, which is this way. You can tell by my shoulders. So if I'm in iris, now from here, my wu sao hand goes back and my left hand turns into uppercut while I face horizontally. I turn the hand, turn to iris. Now, again, Dragon Warriors. So once I've done this I've kicked and I step. My body stays in this horizontal position, but I do the bongo. I'm staying horizontal, at this angle, 60 degrees, 45 in that variance. Do not turn full 90 when you're doing this. It makes no sense. You're attacking somebody to the side. For example, if Bob was here and Bob had thrown his left straight punch at me, I would step to the side of him and hit him in the ribs. So I'm facing Bob here. I wouldn't be hitting the ribs if I'm facing away. I have to be into him, so I actually can hit him. So when I'm doing this elbow, I'm going, okay, in that direction with my hip. So forward in that angle, then I turn uppercut. Okay. Now the ending, I'm going to do again. So as I've done my final bongo, my hand comes back. I turn fully to the side with the uppercut, only about my chin height, not higher. I turn to jut, and my iris turns me back into the correct position in iris. Bridge, view to this side, not this side, this side of the face. Underneath the neck, and retract. So you do it on one side, and then you repeat the same thing on the other side. Again, students, you can always pause and record this tutorial and just see the little breakers. If there's something you don't understand, again, please send me a video or question and I can send you a reply. Otherwise, you'll always be in the 50-50 land whether you're supposed to do something or not. Okay, so BUG, we're going to go into your section now, which is, we've done the last three sections, I think it's 10, 11 and 12. We're going to focus now on the high-low Gansao. I know there's the three sections, so we have the view, the wrist attacks, we have the cup jans, we have kwai underneath, we have pai on both sides. Then you come into the low-high Gansaos, okay? So from the low-high Gansaos, I chop high toward the neck, I cut low, and I shift to the body, okay? And from a side view, look how forward my arms are. 1. I replace 2, I replace 3. Return, view, and again. 1, 2, and 3. Iris, view. Now, a few things to explain here. So if, for example, my partner was throwing a punch to my stomach, we normally can Gansao or Gunsao and throw an attack. In this situation, we can bridge high and low, whether he throws a 1-2 high-low, whether he just throws a high and then a low, or low then a high, or even if he just comes to grab you, you can drop, turn and hit all simultaneously at the same time. And it's attacking a different line instead of the straight face or the shape part of the body, which is quite interesting because it opens a whole new category of control, especially for the BUG. So from here, if I come a little bit closer, let's just show that little section in detail again. So when I start, my right hand chops high, my left hand chops low. From the side view, can you see my hands are at the same depth? It's not like this or like this. Boom. My elbows are as close as they can get, but they shouldn't be uncomfortable, okay? And then I shift side link. I switch around, so I normally chop, lift, turn back to iris, then shift. Chop, lift simultaneously. So that was my third one. Then from here, I circle Jutsao and view. And then I repeat the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, iris, view. Okay, so I think that works out to be 3, 6. That's the 7th section of the BUG, the high-low guards. Every section, there's so many layers and depths and applications and energies to them, but as long as you get the skeleton correct, we can work forth and develop on the idea, okay? Now, the last bit I'm going to throw into this video, which normally I don't, is actually the wooden dummy. And the wooden dummy section I'm just going to go over is something that I've been asking all of them to practice, okay? So again, I'm going to do it slowly, but I'm going to do it once, okay? It's the first section of the dummy, where I bridge, jerk, view, circle, pull, hit, bong, step, side link, arm. Step back, replace. 1, 2, step around, arm. Step back in, high low guard. UG will recognize this. Hu, ching, jerk, palm. That is the first half. I thought I'd do this quickly on video for you, so you can actually pause and record and just follow me along. And again, I'll explain more details when I see you on the live lessons. Fantastic. Dragon Warriors, thank you for your time. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this tutorial. And parents, if you're watching this tutorial, please join in, have some fun, train, challenge the kids, show them you still got it. Fantastic. Let's just finish the session now. 1, 2, and 3. Take care, guys.